everyone. It's Crunch Time, the only podcast bringing you all things chiptastic as well as entertaining. I'm your host for this Chipcast, Jeremy.
And I'm Nicholas. That's not my name even.
Nice to meet you, Nicholas.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Chris, Phil, and Jim.
I'm Chris. And that is the way that you say my last name.
Two guys' names, Phil and Jim.
And I'm Jason Vance.
Jason Fancy Pants.
Loves to dance.
Jason
Vance.
Does the things that bring the ants. Jason Vance.
And thank you for that.
Yeah.
So here we go. Yeah, it's the
Crunch Time.
this is the inaugural
first episode.
Crunch Time.
This is the
podcast.
first time this has ever happened.
Ever in life.
In history of podcastum.
Live and previously recorded at the
And
same
previously
time.
recorded, yes. It is live.
We are at 120 Tavern in beautiful Marietta.
Beautiful Marietta, 120 Tavern, previously known as Sidelines Marietta 120 Loop.
Something of that nature.
I have no idea.
It had like
Yeah.
6 names.
Yeah.
Now it's 122.
And it's convenient. It's the closest bar to the office, which is very convenient for me.
I think it's convenient for all of us at this point.
I think so.
So,
Because when you get off work, you really need that drink.
You really need that drink. And I don't know.
And to record your podcast.
That's true. And apparently, you don't even have to ask them. You can just bring whatever the fuck you want in here and record a
waltz in.
podcast.
Oh, by the
All
way,
time recording
nobody
equipment.
has questioned us. We
They
have mics.
not. We have a full
mixers.
setup. We got a 16-channel mixer, mics, laptops, power
Treat us like
strips.
it's not even there. Just, what can I get you to drink?
we've all got beers,
Yeah, she
except
did not- she
for
did not
two
care.
guys' names, Phil and Jim.
Yeah, they suck.
I'm drinking a Blue
Did
Moon.
we catch her name, the waitress?
I don't know.
We will involve her later, by the way.
She will be involved.
Oh, yeah, she's involved.
So, yeah,
Part of this crime.
This kind of started as a joke a little bit.
So yeah, we have a coworker named DJ. I have the fortunate pleasure of sitting next to DJ. This man, every day of the week for lunch, will go to Subway and get whatever the sandwich of the day is.
Is that what he does? He gets the special?
Gets the special of the
Every
day.
day. I was
The
wondering.
special.
It's the 6-inch, whatever the special is, and he always gets the Sun Chips Harvest Cheddar. So essentially, one day, this is kind of the first time that this happened. Dave, who sits behind me, who you guys will later meet, we're just sitting there. It's a little quiet because we all do tech support. And the loudest crunch that I've ever heard is coming out of the cubicle next to me.
The crunch that inspired
The crunch that
a generation.
inspired Crunch Time. This went on for a couple days. I think one day he came in, something was said to DJ, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's Crunch Time." So this just kind of spawned the idea of a love of chips and all things
chip-like
crunchy,
crunch,
chip-like
crunches.
crunch,
And snacks, crackers and snacks.
Just
Who doesn't like that stuff?
Who doesn't?
Various and
Seriously.
sundry crunchy treats.
And let's start a podcast and talk about it.
And call it Crunch Time.
And call it Crunch
Because
Time.
foods that are crunch when they're broken are best after you've been token.
That's a good slogan. I'm glad you came up with that real quick like
Sorry, I
that.
wax poetic sometimes.
It's good.
On chips.
So yeah, and then they brought it to me, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like actually a pretty good idea for a podcast. Let's do that. I'll bring the fucking equipment if you guys
So here
will
it
show
is.
up. And then we just took over the 120 Tavern. They have no idea we're here.
I just gave
Place is
the
empty.
server a thumbs up so she wouldn't come and interrupt the podcast while we were on a roll. But
Yeah, we're
There's so much to talk about.
There's so
with
much
chips.
to talk about.
It literally
You
never,
never
ends.
ends.
It
You
never
think
ends.
that there's not a lot, but there really is.
And then you
really
really
is.
start to analyze it, and
and
you
then
come
you
to
start.
the conclusion. There's just an infinite amount of chips.
It's done.
There's no way.
There's an infinite amount of episodes of chips.
that too.
That is
nobody,
true.
Nobody
See?
remembers that. But,
Nobody, yeah.
You know.
Poncherelli, are you kidding me?
I'm too young for these references.
Oh my God!
Oh, they're
You've never
bringing,
seen
they're bringing
the
it back.
chips?
They're
I've
bringing it
never
back, son.
watched
So
chips.
you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
California Highway Patrol.
Come on.
Jesus.
I know. I'm a terrible.
Absolute.
Did you
70s
never watch
garbage, but it's
TBS in the
coming back.
80s?
Motorcycle policeman. Highwayman.
The oldest I would have ever been in the 80s was 3.
Oh, that's true.
You were a young man, sir.
Indeed.
But yeah,
We need some old guys. We need older guys.
Dave will be here next week.
Dave will be,
Okay.
yeah, Dave,
Sasquatch.
Dave was supposed to be a part of this. Yeah, so we've got a lot of ideas about what we want to do with this thing. We kind of made we made a rough outline, and did not talk too much about it. And then we sat down and started making notes and realized we have a lot to talk about all this shit.
Like I said, it's infinite.
It's infinite. Which brings us to the first segment.
Hey, it's CrunchTime Trivia.
CrunchTime Trivia. It's CrunchTime Trivia. CrunchTime Trivia. It's CrunchTime Trivia.
So here we are, CrunchTime Trivia. Let's give a brief description of what CrunchTime Trivia is.
What is CrunchTime Trivia?
Well, Nick, CrunchTime Trivia it's composed, I would say, of 5 questions, sir, that relate to chips somehow, some way.
I was hoping you were going to say that. I was hoping they were going to relate to chips in one form or another.
They
and
will.
You did not.
I
just
did.
I would
Sir.
not be interested otherwise.
Yeah, I would leave.
And
The chips are why I'm here.
Yeah.
And beyond chips, it's things that are crunchy. Hence, CrunchTime Trivia.
Yeah, Crunch Time.
Okay.
Yeah, Crunch Time Trivia.
Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to get into it?
Question number
You
one.
guys ready to get into it?
Jeremy has prepared these questions beforehand,
Let's-
and we don't really know what the hell's going to happen. So let's just do this.
Let's just get into it. Here we go. Number 1. Name the fake brand of potato chips seen on various TV shows and movies that, oddly enough, looks similar to a real brand of potato chips. And go.
I was clueless about this one. I had no
you were
idea.
so clueless about this one.
I don't pay
apparently.
enough attention.
It
whenever
looks
I
similar
watch
to an
things.
existing brand. So let's start with what are the popular brands of chips other than
You got Pringles.
Pringles and Lay's.
Lay's.
And,
By the way, Pringles are crisps, not chips.
what?
That's definitely.
That's
blowing
true.
my mind.
Is
That's
this
true.
the first
That
crunch
is
time
true.
debate?
I'm going to go
That is
ahead and
true.
say that it's crunchy, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Boom.
Ruffles have ridges.
Ruffles
So
have ridges.
Ruffles,
Ruffles is a
Lay's,
brand.
and Pringles. Is it?
I
mean,
trying to
Cheetos are not.
Frito- Frito-Lay.
There are lots of world brands, but here in the U.S., yeah,
Yeah.
we have Frito-Lay. We've
Let's
got,
think about a classic picnic chip.
What's the answer? What's
Classic.
the answer?
What is the answer? What is the answer, Chris?
I just told you that I don't. Well, okay, all right. So the answer is let's. We've discussed
Okay, we
this
actually
question.
did. We actually did break the rules
And the answer
discuss
is
that
let's.
one beforehand. So let's.
But I was unaware completely of it. I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
noticed. And whenever we reflected upon this, we realized that this is actually an uncreative potato chip title. This, like, let's.
Same
really?
amount of letters as Lay's.
probably the same yellow.
It is
packaging.
indeed the same font, coloring,
So it probably
everything.
passes for Lay's at a glance.
does.
So, like, I can't avoid the desire to kind of want to work in sexual innuendo. So I would have made it laid. I would have easily made it laid. It could have been the
That's
exact
actually,
same thing.
chips.
That actually would be funnier.
Yeah.
That actually would be
Like,
funnier.
let's-
Where were you when they were coming up with this idea?
why not? Yeah, why not throw more puns in? Why would they not make it gays?
yeah.
Gays potato chips.
Gay's potato
Gay's
chips.
potato chips.
What tastes better than a classic gay?
On to the next question.
And I might have ruined that one.
No, that's good.
And number 2, name at least 2 shows where you've seen this brand.
So yeah, I've
brand
never
of
noticed
Let's.
them. I've never noticed Let's.
Go ahead.
Do you
talk
know,
amongst
do you know
yourself.
any off the
Let
top
me.
of your head?
Can I take a guess?
Is it
Take
a
a guess,
Tarantino
go.
movie? What
Well,
is
no,
it?
I was gonna guess about what you're doing. You don't remember the answer, so you're having to Google it.
You know what? That's exactly what I'm doing, Nick.
So what show would Let's have been on?
Okay, so it has to be a sitcom. Is one thing. It has to be
It's
a
probably a
sitcom
sitcom.
on,
Could be
on
a
network
sitcom.
TV. So my
I mean-
guess is immediately, the long runners like Seinfeld, that '70s show.
Yeah, I know
like
he's in
shows
the
like
Seinfeld,
that.
so I'm gonna go ahead and put Seinfeld down as one
So
of my guesses.
does Let's appear in an episode of Seinfeld?
An episode of The Office?
The
Is it
Off-
current?
like,
Is
I
it
never
old?
I never got into the.
Is it
Office.
borrowed? Is it new?
Is it something blue?
Is it something?
Apparently, we're all getting married.
yeah.
So the first one that pops up is Community.
Oh, there we go.
So it is new. Well, the
halfway a
Community's
spin-off
new.
of The Office. Same
Yeah.
damn thing.
Next up, we have Orange is the New
That's
Black.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
wow.
definitely would not have guessed that.
I
Potato
was
chips are
only-
definitely a thing in prison.
I would go ahead
Absolutely.
and say
Absolutely.
that,
Like, there's,
that
like-
in Orange is the New
there's a
Black.
commerce for potato chips
All
in
I was
prison.
looking for was boobs.
Boobs.
Yeah. It's all booze.
Not-
You will wait when
Let's
the vending
potato chips.
machine guy shows up to restock it. There's like a line to it. You got to get the best chips first, man.
And that's
See,
Chris,
so this
that's
brings up a
Chris
thing, like-
Federal Pin Filling
No. So
everyone.
this makes me think. This makes me think like if so. The whole premise is like you want to be the guy that has more of the better chips. You want the guy with the Doritos
'Cause it's currency.
Essentially, right? So with that being the case, how can you stock a whole goddamn vending machine full of one brand of Let's potato chips? That's bullshit. It
That's
makes
true.
no sense.
You make an excellent point,
Thank
and
you.
I
We can
think
move on
we
from
should
that.
we should explore that in Orange Is the New Black and find the scene and see what the context is of this Let's potato chip.
This is one of your favorites.
This
Nick.
makes sense.
Arrested Development.
Yeah.
All right.
That makes perfect
Comedic
sense.
show. Yep.
My name is Earl. That's
Well, there we
it's
go.
not new, but it's
But
not
my
old.
big question is Seinfeld on the list? That's really all I care
Well,
about.
let's. You know what? I don't know the sign. Okay, so New Adventures of Old Christine is
Okay.
probably as close as we're going to get
That's
to
probably
Seinfeld
as
on
close as
this.
we're gonna get. Yeah. Knowing Seinfeld.
I do not see Seinfeld on this
Knowing
list. you
Seinfeld,
guys.
they just used Lay's and didn't give a
They
shit.
probably did.
So
Oh yeah.
I
So,
didn't realize
there
that
you
was an
have it.
option.
There you have it, folks. Let's move on to question 3.
Let's.
Let's exactly, sir. What?
that was very nice. Very nicely played.
So, okay, so let me just preface this question by saying I have a loathe, a hatred for buying a bag of chips
A loathe-hate relationship.
and you open it up and it's about half full. Right?
That's upsetting, yeah.
It is upsetting.
I wanted the whole
I want the whole
bag.
bag full of chips.
I mean, we're on a podcast about chips, for God's sake. We want a whole bag of chips.
I want the whole bag.
It
want the whole
jades
bag.
me a little more every time I open a new bag of chips.
Absolutely.
you feel just you want to write a
Forced to
letter.
become
You want to
more-
write an angry
forced
letter.
to become more and more pessimistic, like bag half empty type mentality.
Exactly.
Every time I
Thank
open a
you,
bag
Chris.
of chips.
So I'm guessing there's some sort of gas pumped
There
into
is
these
a
bags.
gas that is pumped into these bags to preserve the chip.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
this
gas
is all
is
about
that?
some crunch? What?
It's all about some
Oh,
crunch.
it's all about some crunch.
What gas
I know
is in
Chris
it?
knows this.
It's nitrogen.
It's
It's
nitrogen.
nitrogen.
I only knew what gas it caused. I didn't know what gas was put in it.
Depending on the chip, yes. Yes, nitrogen is pumped into these bags.
Do we know anything about the chemical properties of nitrogen that would cause it to keep potato chips
You know
fresh?
what? I have no
No
idea.
fucking clue.
No
Man, that
fucking
sounds
clue.
like science. And
We didn't do
I
that
don't
much research,
care.
guys.
Yeah.
I don't care about why or how, the how of how it preserves.
Just it is.
It just is, and I appreciate
It
that.
is by the time it gets to us, so
I appreciate that.
I'm really curious about this Step Brothers question. I've never actually seen Step Brothers, so
Have you not?
I'm gonna have to. I have a
man.
guess though. I've seen the question, but go ahead and read it out loud.
Okay,
I
so
just like the word honking in it.
are you guys ready for
Yes.
Yeah.
question 4? Okay, in the movie Step Brothers, Will Ferrell's character Brennan makes a honking plate of nachos. What cereal does he also eat with the nachos? Here we go, guys, getting into other things that are crunchy.
Oh, nachos.
So he makes
cereal
a-
counts. Cereal's got
Cereal.
a crunch to it.
Cereal
But,
has a crunch.
Is this cereal without milk? Are we forcing that?
No, there's milk in there.
Oh, okay. So it's okay.
In the nachos?
No, not in the nachos,
Oh.
in the cereal.
Can I go ahead and put my guess out there?
Put it out there.
Captain Crunch.
No.
Fuck, it even has
I,
crunch in the title.
I also have no
I
idea, and I was
assumed
going to guess
Captain
Lucky
Crunch
Charms.
Time.
I was
Yeah,
going to
Crunch.
guess Lucky Charms.
If you go to the Captain Crunch website, by the way, it says it's crunch time on the Captain
Does
Crunch
it really?
website. Yeah. I
Oh,
forwarded you the
man.
link to their website.
You did.
Well, we are going to get in trouble with
We are
with the
sponsored by
captain.
General Mills.
Luckily,
And
I don't
Captain
even know if
Crunch.
that's who makes
luckily,
Captain Crunch.
I think it
I
is.
said
it
the
is.
captain,
Yeah.
and his name is not the captain. His name is the
the captain.
apostrophe
The
in.
captain. The
Captain.
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 Captain Crunch.
Yes.
Captain
And
Crunch.
he's all about crunchitizing.
So we are good.
So it's not Captain Crunch.
No.
Lucky Charms.
No, not Lucky Charms.
Frosted Flakes?
No.
Special K?
I do believe
It's definitely Raisin Bran. It has to be
it's
Raisin
not
Bran.
Raisin Bran. Chris,
Totally.
come on.
That's really gross.
Phil
I'm
and
not-
Jim
Who wants
is
raisins
Grams.
in their nachos?
It smacks.
It's not Smacks.
You know,
Are
it could,
Smacks
like-
even crunchy?
Did someone already say Lucky
Does Smacks
Charms?
make a crunch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Lucky
was my
Charms, yeah.
guess. Lucky Charms.
I give.
What is
I am about 92% sure.
it? So you wrote the question, but
He
don't know
doesn't,
the
he
answer.
doesn't know the
So I'm about 92% sure that the cereal that he's eating is Cookie Crisp.
Oh, man.
Because nothing says
Crisp.
nachos like
Cookies.
bowl of
badly,
Cookie Crisp?
badly flavored.
No, you can put that shit in milk and it's like chocolate milk.
but it tastes so bad.
They do get soggy.
That's one of my
fast.
least favorite cereals of all
Really?
time.
Which makes no sense because it sounds like on paper.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I used
Like
to
you're
love
gonna
the
eat a bowl
commercials.
full of
Like,
chocolate chip cookies,
I
right?
want to see that dog chase that dog dressed as a cop chase that burglar. I don't remember how it went. It was something like that. I remember the advertisements.
I feel like you're making this up.
Kabuki Crisp.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the one.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
that's
dog.
what it
is.
Yeah, that's the dog.
Kabuki
I really
Crisp.
need another beer. I wish you'd come back over here.
Oh, I just gave her the thumbs
I need
up.
one too.
Give her the wave.
Give her the
Give her the
thumbs
thumbs
down.
down.
Yeah, give her the
thumbs
no,
down.
thumbs down. No. Give her the
Give her the old helicopter.
give her the old helicopter. What does that mean?
Helicopter.
That's when you whip
Give her-
your dick
give her the
out.
old-
Here, hold my belt.
Give her the old meat spin.
The helicopter works well on a podcast, by the way. When all our listeners can see it or not see it.
It's
that
probably
matter.
best that they don't. See
I'm
it.
sure if one of the there's one of the four of us is capable of making noise doing it. That has to be one of the four. That's like a 25% chance that one of us you could actually hear doing the helicopter.
I don't even know what the helicopter is.
We just said it's when you pull your dick out and like spin it around in a circle.
Why would you?
Oh, I don't know.
Why would you do that to get
How are
someone's
you
attention?
detached from pop culture?
I bet it would
I
work.
guess, I guess I really need to reevaluate my life at this point.
I mean, you could also do like the rap concert helicopter, which is just take your shirt off and spin it around your head like a helicopter.
That's
is
a North
true.
Carolina thing,
Oh,
I
that's-
believe.
To me, that was definitely
Is that
Petey
Petey
Pablo
Pablo?
inspired.
North
like,
Carolina.
North Carolina.
Come on and raise up.
Oh.
And you have to yell while you do it.
Why
I'm gonna
can't
take
you
your
just-
word for it.
Because,
Why can't you just
because
take
you're
it off
always
and-
you're always so inebriated when you're doing the helicopter that you just take it off and go woo.
Oh, okay.
Does it have to have the woo
Yeah,
attached
you gotta
to
have
it?
the woo. Yeah. It's like a drunk girl thing.
Oh, mine was like a
Oh.
comment on his rapping style back then. He's like, you remember?
No, I'm
don't
really.
The song
I don't
literally.
think
I don't
Nick
remember
listened to
what-
Petey
The-
Pablo.
okay,
Nah,
so
hell,
the
ever.
song literally
I've never
started
heard of
with,
Petey
"Who am
Pablo."
I, Petey Paul, motherfucker?" You don't remember that?
No.
That's how the song starts.
We've already
Like,
established that I'm disconnected with pop
I
culture.
don't remember Petey Pablo. So.
Oh, he was very aggressive in his early days.
Yeah.
You said North Carolina, and all I can think is Fred Durst. So
Oh, God.
that's what I thought they brought to the rap game.
Why Fred Durst? I thought they were from Jacksonville.
Not crunchy.
Are they?
at
Oh, yeah, they
all.
are from Jacksonville. You're right.
Eh.
I don't know. Southeast white rapper.
We got one more question on the
Petey
table.
Pablo.
One more
Oh, that
question.
was only number 4. What's up?
Here we go. What cardinal sin is broken in an episode of Seinfeld?
I do know this one
Nick,
because
give it to us.
you know what? Because I did some research about crunchiness and
Research,
chips
you say.
I did some research.
Yes.
I did some research. I say research.
I like research.
On YouTube, and that involved going to YouTube and typing in crunchy.
Yes.
And this was one of the top hits.
This was one of the things.
And it is absolutely the double dip.
The double dip, you guys. How do we feel about the double dip? I do not like it unless it's me in my own personal dip.
Well, that's
that
a
I can
given.
double dip.
Nobody cares about that.
That doesn't. Yeah,
I will double
doesn't
dip
count.
with like a family member.
Okay.
Although I still don't want them to see me doing it.
Okay.
But I don't feel bad that they're
Duly
getting my
noted.
spit in their mouth.
That's true.
Duly noted.
I'm like very anal whenever it comes to like appearing neat while I eat.
Yep.
So I always ensure the fact that I have the capability of putting the entire chip in my mouth.
You always
that way.
ensure the fact.
Always. I know. I've only gotten in over my head with like 2 chips in my
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
life, and it was when I was young.
Yeah.
I'm a learned man.
You're learning man now. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Does-
my go-to.
does-
You don't
does-
have to worry about the double dip if you just eat
Do
the
you
whole
ever
fucking chip.
take the first dip and turn whatever your receptacle is around and dip again?
Well, see that's
You ever do that?
Yeah. Well, that's whenever we get into like celery and carrots and
Sure.
whatnot.
Because I can snap a chip into 2 pieces.
Right.
And that's
You
no,
could do
that's
that.
no
That's not
longer a
double
double
dipping.
dip. Yeah, exactly. That's a single dip on 2 chips, 2 halves of a chip.
I don't see the point. Like if you're gonna bite like the end off one chip and dip the other end in, it's.
See, just
It's
thinking
not
about
a
that,
double
that gets
I
way
mean,
too messy
it's
for
close.
me.
That's
It's
not a double dip, but it
close.
could be
But it
perceived
can be
as a
perceived
double,
as a double dip.
by anyone that
I
happens to
think
see
double
you do
dip
it.
should be spit on the chip. Don't
Yeah,
dip.
if you're gonna double dip, you need to go
Spit
all the way.
on the chip, don't dip. That's
Yeah,
pretty
Why-
good.
Spit in the
Why
dip.
have I?
Don't
why
spit
have I
it.
started
Why would you spit
talking
in the
rhymes?
dip?
I don't
Because
know.
you're going all the way.
Just go ahead and spit in the dip. Don't even. This dip is mine now.
Yeah,
this dip
that's-
is mine. I spit in it.
You are so intuitive.
And that wraps up
That
Crunch
wraps up
Time
Crunch
Trivia.
Time Trivia.
Crunch time trivia.
That was really fun, guys. That
was fun.
Crunch Time Trivia.
Okay, what's next?
Now it's time for Star Crunch Hunk of the Week, sponsored by Little Debbie.
They're straight out of California, so give 'em a hand. They're the Star Crunch Hunk of the Week.
Sponsored by Little Debbie.
Here we go, Star Crunch. So let me explain Star Crunch a little bit. Not only is it a delicious, crunchy Little Debbie treats.
They are very good.
They
I
are
don't
very
really,
good.
What are Star Crunch? I don't even remember.
It's
So
like,
Star Crunch
it's
is-
like crisp. Like it's in like a
Like
crisp
caramel
bar.
Rice Krispies
Caramel
covered in
Rice
chocolate.
Krispie covered in
Oh,
chocolate.
there's caramel in it.
Yeah.
There's caramel in the
I
inside.
thought it was kind of like a
I
crunch
thought
bar.
it had a little like an
Now-
element, like a caramel element.
Now, don't
to
get
it,
me
like
wrong.
a-
This caramel does not taste like any other caramel you've ever had. It's
No,
strictly
it's-
Star Crunch caramel.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Like when you're eating it, it only tastes
It
like
is-
a Star
it
Crunch.
is
It has a chemical element to it. Like
Yeah,
it's
oh, yeah.
just formulated
it's
in
the
a
star.
lab.
It's
Oh, yeah,
the
like-
star within the star.
the star within the Star Crunch. Exactly.
Like it could survive in space on its own and come back to Earth and fight Godzilla. Yeah.
This Star Crunch is about a celeb.
Yes. This one in particular, we want Star Crunch to be about crunchy celebrities.
So you have to decide for yourself what that means.
For me, Nick, it means of the granola variety,
Colonel Friday.
the hippie variety.
There's lots to choose from.
Lots to choose from. This week, however, on Star Crunch, the hunk of the week is
The most obvious.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Let's talk about him.
All right, who's your favorite? What's your favorite McConaughey flick?
So right now, for me, Nicholas, it is going to have to be Wolf of Wall Street.
It's a good flick. I saw that in
Good,
the theaters.
good flick. Good
Pretty
flick. McConaughey was just superb.
Gotcha.
Superb.
I'm definitely. I did have a chance to think about this beforehand. I'm going to
Sure.
choose an interesting choice.
Go for
Contact.
it. Contact.
He was an interesting character in that. He was the hippie religious guy who was just very floaty and
Sure.
spiritual and trying to not believe in those
Sure.
damn aliens.
Sure.
And then he got converted by the end of the flick. But he was a floaty hippie religious guy.
Crunchy.
Chris?
Religious McConaughey.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go instead of a movie, a television series,
That's fair enough.
and say True Detective.
Boom. Season 1, True Detective.
Season 1 True Detective was awesome. Just
Very awesome.
Okay, so the monologues that McConaughey's character had
Yeah.
is what made the show for me, and that's why I say.
I haven't seen the show.
Okay, so don't watch season 2. I haven't even finished season 2. It's written completely
I don't
differently.
know why you'd watch that one first.
Is
but
it on Netflix though?
Huh?
Is it on Netflix?
No,
No,
it's an HBO
it's an
series.
HBO show.
Yeah.
Okay, well I got HBO Go, so I can do that.
Yeah. Oh, you should definitely watch season 1.
Okay.
It's phenomenal.
Oh, totally. I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, he's definitely crunchy in the
He's
series.
definitely
pretty-
crunchy.
He's pretty crunchy in that
Yeah.
one.
Coming straight out of Dallas Buyers Club, looking like he had AIDS.
Oh, yeah.
He does not in True Detective, but
But didn't his character have AIDS?
in Dallas Buyers Club, yes.
Okay.
Is
that
that
where
your
you're going?
choice?
No, that is not my choice.
Okay.
My choice would be one of his first roles, starring alongside Renee Zellweger in Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation,
Holy shit.
where he had a remote
nice.
control robot leg. And
Wow.
You really pulled that out of your ass.
I did.
Super crunchy.
It was close between that and
Dallas Buyers Club.
it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler if you
Dazed and
did.
Confused.
Dazed and Confused. Yeah, thank you. Apparently, I'm feeling that
Yeah,
way
you're
right
losing
now.
it.
He had a robotic leg.
He had a robotic leg, and it
Why
was,
haven't I seen this?
And it would be interfered with TV controllers. So for whatever reason, this house that the
That's
Texas
pretty
Chainsaw
crunchy.
family
So
lived
that's-
in.
That's pretty crunchy.
Do you think he
McConaughey.
looks
Had lots of
crunchier
remote
in
controls.
that or Dallas Buyers Club?
Oh, he looks crunchier in probably Dallas Buyers
Dallas
Club,
Buyers
but that's
Club.
the age talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Absolutely.
It's a
Age
shame.
crunch.
Shame for
I've
McConaughey on
always
that
said what a chip podcast really needs is more AIDS jokes.
Yeah, more age joke. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, because what
Which
helps
brings us
with,
to,
what helps with HIV
Which-
better than talk?
yeah,
Which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
a great
Than
great
chips.
segue into Hot Chip.
The hot chip of the week.
Hot Chip of the Week.
Hot chip, hot chip, hot chip, hot chip.
Hot chip of the week.
Bye, Matthew McConaughey. He's so granola.
We actually have some hot chips today.
We do. So,
Local fare,
local fare.
straight from a C-store.
Yeah.
So I think this is a typical hot chip challenge. We have the Cheetos hot fries and what do we have here? The Fuego Takis.
Oh, these are not
the-
Cheetos hot fries.
Those
These
are
are
not Cheetos.
Chester's.
These are
Chester.
Chester's
you know what?
fries.
I apologize.
Although
$2
obviously,
only.
Chester is involved in both Chester's and
Yes,
Chester's
absolutely.
Cheetos.
Yes,
I-
it's the same cheetah. I was unaware that
apologize.
Chester was
Fun
rock-
fact.
Chester went solo.
In England, Chester does not have an English accent like he does in these god awful new
Oh,
commercials.
that's wonderful.
I haven't
He
seen
still
these commercials.
he
Isn't that
still
great?
talks like he did in the '90s, which they should probably keep going.
Isn't that great?
What's the second choice we have here?
So we have the.
I had
the
never heard of these
The
before.
Fuego Takis.
the only place I've heard of these Takis is the theme song that we're going to try to steal.
We are going to try to steal it for sure for our jingle.
Yeah.
No, don't do it. It's not in my head right now. Don't put it there.
Listen,
It's too good. It's so
It's
catchy.
called Hot Cheetos and Takis.
We're-
by the. Is it? What? Who are they? Jason.
the rich,
they're-
rich
the
kids,
rich-
yeah, the rich kids, yeah.
yeah. We're gonna try to get. We're gonna approach them and see if we can use their jingle for
With
our
any
intro.
luck, our listeners will also hear this this enchanting song.
It is
And
enchanting.
so
I
catchy.
really
I
is.
heard the song before I saw Takis, so I didn't know what Takis were until
Okay,
right now. But
yeah.
for those of you who don't know, it's what it looks like on the bag anyway. It's like a rolled up Dorito. Like
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
like Dorito did like a party mix once, and the Doritos in it were rolled up. That's what these look like.
So on the bag itself, it has a pepper with a flame around it, and it says extreme. So help me with this one, you guys. Maybe Jason knows. So we have the Chester's flaming hot fries, but there are hot Cheetos.
Yeah,
There
they're
are
like-
Cheetos
they're-
hot
that
Cheetos.
also have Chester Cheeto.
Are
on
they the
bag.
same thing?
They're very similar.
I think it's the same
Very
flavor.
similar.
It's the flaming hot flavor. It's the
All on-
texture.
all on
The
a
texture's going to be
different-
what's
on a
different.
different texture.
This is like an Andy's hot fried
It's all
Cheeto style.
Oh, I
What
think
we are
these gonna be
having,
hotter than
what we have
Andy's.
here is failure to find hot Cheetos.
Hot
but we have a
Cheetos.
great
We have
We
substitute.
have
great-
a good
great
backup.
Great
A good
substitute,
backup.
great alternative. The Chester's hot fries, $2 only, flaming hot, extreme variety.
Is it
So-
time? Should we pop them
All right,
open?
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
man.
we're
Let's-
gonna
let's
crack
pop
these open.
It's time. Which one are we going with first,
What
guys?
do you want to try first? I feel like
I think
feel like
these-
I feel like the Fuego is going to be hotter,
Hotter?
so we should probably start with the hot
Let's go with the-
fries.
See,
with
I have no tolerance to heat. This is going to be my
This is
least
great.
favorite
Yeah,
segment.
yeah.
Best
like
thing
this.
ever. I'm
Chris,
gonna enjoy.
Chris is gonna have
I
diarrhea
want
before
y'all to
this is
be.
over.
I wish we were videotaping this so you could see Chris's face.
I'm gonna get
I'm
two of these.
already
Oh,
not-
let's all get two.
We'll get
All right,
two
so
of
we're
these.
going
Okay,
right for the
Everybody get
Okay,
two.
Yeah, everybody gets
two
two.
Chesters.
Just so everybody knows. the
So
Chester's
so
first.
we're also looking for the actual crunch factor of these things, guys. So
Oh man, that burns
Here
the
we go.
nostrils.
Are we we're diving in?
Yeah, I'm going
All
in.
right. They're not so bad.
I think
not
this is
that
one
hot.
of those. It's one of
Slow
those.
heat?
It's gonna hit. Yeah, it's
So
a
It,
slow
slow
heat.
heat?
it would have
I
slow
hope
heat.
not.
I mean, you'd have to eat like
Oh,
a
I-
handful. Oh no, it's starting to kick in.
Yeah,
now.
I feel it.
It takes a minute. We spoke too soon, I think.
oh, there it is. Right in
There's
the
an
back of the
initial
throat.
singe, and then it kind
Uh-huh.
of subsides, and you're like, all right, and then it kind of comes back
You
at you
can't-
like, no, I am here.
You kind
Wait
of,
a second.
You kind of swallow the chip, and then the burn
That's
really
where it
starts to
starts.
affect you.
That's your classic hot chip though.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. That was good.
I,
not
like,
bad.
I actually did
Pretty
like
good.
it as well.
I feel like I could eat. I could eat a couple of handfuls of
I,
this.
like
And they taste very similar.
That's
to
actually
Cheetos.
not bad.
Yeah,
it tastes
yeah.
very similar.
I
to
would
Cheetos.
not be able to just
eat this
get,
whole bag?
to just get the munchies and just munch through that bag. I would not be able to do that.
That would be pretty
It would
bad.
eventually
Jason's going
take
in for
its
another
toll.
one.
I could. I'm gonna eat another one.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat another one as well. It's not bad.
While you're doing that, I'm
No,
gonna
not,
go ahead and.
no, not super crunchy.
No.
They have a. They're like
There's
small
a give.
puffs.
Yeah, there's a give to
I
them.
feel like the
small
Takis
puffs.
are going to be.
The Takis
way
are
more
gonna
crunchy.
light you up,
They're
I
gonna light
think.
you up. They're gonna.
Let's
they're
just get
gonna.
it over with.
They're gonna light
So
your
just
fire.
so everyone knows, there are hot chili pepper and lime flavored.
Yeah. So
That's what
That
it
is
describes.
apparently what
Hot-
fuego means in Spanish.
Oh, these are dark.
Hot chili pepper and lime tortillas.
they
Grab your two.
Oh, they're
they are
very
the
dark.
brownest red I've ever seen. Yes.
Is that kind of the thing? The
I feel
darker,
like, I feel like this is
They're
gonna.
like mahogany and kind of like a
the
deep
darker,
mahogany.
Oh, yeah.
the darker,
These are
the
gonna
hotter.
Be, these are gonna be way hotter. But
These are gonna be
you know.
bad.
These will probably bring on the sweat.
All right,
So we're
here
still
we go.
going two?
All right, let's
Two
do it.
on 'em?
Yeah, two at the same
Yeah,
time.
we're doing two on
Oh,
them.
these are crunchy.
Yeah, they're crunchy.
These are crunchy.
It's crunch time.
These are crunchier than Doritos.
So I haven't started yet. What's your first impression?
The texture is delicious.
Very crunchy.
The flavor is odd.
The lime's very present.
I'm so scared right now, Nick.
Why?
Lime.
I don't know.
The lime is good. I
This
like
is the
lime.
first time
Yeah,
I've
lime's
ever
pretty
had
good.
the Takis.
They kind of look like the shape of one of those like dog bone dentist sticks.
That's what it is. I was trying to think of it. What is
And
this?
it's
I'm
almost
chewing
as
on
hard
it.
as that,
It's a
but-
freaking dentist stick.
These I thought these were gonna be a lot
Oh,
hotter.
did you go for two more? So Chris is not a huge fan of hot stuff. He's not very tolerant. But he just went for two more, so they must not be. I'm
They're not bad.
They're not bad.
gonna go for two more.
I give the texture, the crunch factor, a 10.
Crunch factor's great.
Oh yeah.
I understand why these are so hot on the streets now.
After you go in for two more.
Crunch factor on the fries is about like a 5 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
To me.
I had to resort to my drink after that one.
Feeling
Yeah.
a little bit of a sweat on the
it's
brow.
I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Sweat factor on
I
the
keep eating
Takis
these. I don't
is
know
pretty
why.
high.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say. You can't just eat two.
I think it's we did not ask 120 Tavern if it was kosher to bring in outside food, but fuck it, they don't give a shit about what we do in here.
Apparently, they do not care. I will say that were you to wipe your hands on your jeans after eating Takis,
I did.
Oh, I
You
wiped-
are in
I wiped them
trouble.
on my.
Already did.
my,
you are in trouble.
Khakis, nice khakis. Yeah.
I might have
Oh,
to
no, I'm
wash
very
my
aware of
hands
what's on my
later.
fingertips. So, like, the texture of the fry doesn't compare to the chip to me.
There's no crunch to
None.
to the fries.
No,
They could potentially melt in your
Those
mouth.
are like nothing
Yeah,
after you eat a
exactly.
Taki.
Yeah.
they don't. I mean, they barely deserve to be on CrunchTime Podcast.
Yeah.
Barely.
They have a great
I give
flavor.
them. I give them a 4 out of 10 on the crunch.
4 out of
factor.
10.
Their flavor is great.
That's generous.
That's
It's
undeniable.
very generous.
On the
But their
crunch. On the
is-
crunch.
The crunch is
Takis are like
unfortunate.
They're. I'm gonna be hard pressed to find a crunchier,
That's pretty crunchy.
hot.
Talk to me
crunchy
again,
snack.
bro.
That's pretty crunchy, man. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
That's pretty crunchy. Do they pair well with your beer though? Is the question.
You know what? I don't know.
What beer are you enjoying, by the way?
It's a Blue Moon, a delicious Blue
So
Moon.
Blue Moon and Takis is
I feel like a nice Dos Equis might go well with some Takis, or maybe even a Corona.
and we would like to ask you a question.
Oh God.
Is it time for it?
It's time,
time for it. It is time for it.
What you got crunchy back there?
Chips maybe.
Do you have
You
chips?
do have
You
chips?
have house-made
You have
chips.
chips?
I mean, like tortilla chips, yeah.
Okay, you have tortilla
Okay,
chips.
tortilla chips.
all right.
Like do nachos.
I mean, Nacho
Some
Mountain,
nachos.
obviously.
Yeah.
Nachos.
Nacho
So you guys don't have like a house potato chip that you guys make?
Not like a
Okay.
kettle chip or anything
That's
like
that's
that?
fine. No.
So we've got Nacho Mountain.
Is that what we're thinking?
That is a possibility.
Could you bring us like a half order of Nacho Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to go chips on the side? You know that's how you keep the crunch.
So just do like all the ingredients for Nacho Mountain and then put
The chips on the side. I'm asking them first.
That sounds absurd.
That sounds-
That
Is
sounds
nachos?
absurd. sir.
Okay, I'll shut up.
I mean, I don't know.
That
I
was
guess
the
if
way
we're
that I
trying to
did them
keep
the
it-
last time we were here. That everybody liked them.
Does anyone ever order them like that?
No, never.
Okay, well,
I
let's-
think it's a great idea.
Really? Oh, well, let's do it then.
You know what?
Thank you.
What's your name?
Ellen.
Ellen.
Helen.
Ellen.
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 you gotta
Ellen
fit
has
in.
spoken. We're going.
Chips on the
We're
side.
going
Nacho
chips on the
Mountain
side.
with chips on the
Nacho
side?
Mountain and just
Have
a
Nacho
receptacle.
Mountain chips on the
Yeah,
sides.
because it's gonna turn into like a Mexican.
Yeah,
do it.
That's great. Let's do it.
Let's do it, Helen.
Thank you again.
We invented
Make
a
that
new
happen.
dish.
All right, is that all we're doing for right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
for right now.
Okay, are we talking to the microphone?
Yes.
Yeah,
You were on
yeah,
our
that's exactly.
podcast.
Say hi. I said hi, not bye. Ellen.
She's like, no, I don't want
Well,
to be a part of
see
this.
you later.
Well,
So I've got
Dude,
a
you
little.
need a napkin so badly. Jason has hot fry all over his fingertips.
I've got a
he
little,
just can't suck it off.
got a little running of the nose going. Feeling good about it, though.
That's what she
Feeling
said.
good about it,
We've-
guys.
what we're gonna
learned-
do?
I think we've learned for episode 2, we need napkins on the table before the
we do,
hot chip segment.
before the hot chip segment.
All right, guys. Gonna take a little break after the hot chip segment. There, we're waiting on our "What You Got Crunchy Back There" action with Nacho Mountain.
That should be up shortly.
Should be up shortly. We'll see you in a few.
Bang.
So we've ordered the Nacho Mountains
We
with the chip
have.
on
We
the
just
side
got
to
it to
preserve
the
the crunchiness.
We just got it at the table. What we received.
There's a lot of jalapenos in there, you guys.
Where's
Oh, that's
the
exciting.
Where's the meat? That's what I'm curious
There's.
about.
I don't see the meat, man.
I don't know, Dave Thomas. Where is
Where's
the beef?
Where's the meat?
where's the beef?
Jimmy, take another chip and swirl around.
It looks like a bowl of.
It's not that bad.
soup.
It looks like a bowl of chili with sour cream, a dollop of sour cream in
That's
the middle.
probably what it is. And with
And,
some
just
jalapenos
chili.
and
It's just chili and a lot of jalapenos in there.
yeah.
Do you see ground beef at all?
I'm sure there's ground beef in there.
I just
And
want some of this.
we have a plate of chips that. It's all right for what I feel like it's all right for the amount of. So what do you think about the crunch though?
Crunch is okay. I've had crunchier tortilla chips.
I think I'm going to use this term in the future. That's a standard tortilla crunch.
Standard,
crunch.
yeah.
That's
It's
a
pretty standard.
tortilla crunch.
That's what you get when you get all that in a bag of chips. We have all that and a bag of chips.
There's definitely Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's definitely ground beef in there to answer your question. So it's like chili with a dollop. With a dollop.
Yeah,
a dollop
know-
of daisy.
I don't know if you guys heard me say this to Jason, but the last time that I ordered the chips on the side, I also forgot that I got mine with chicken, and it made them delicious.
Chris is going for the jalapeno.
We have broken all of Chris's hot boundaries today.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is now a hot food connoisseur.
That's a good idea.
I feel born again.
I feel bad that I don't have like a plate or something.
You guys got beers. What happened to mine? I don't know.
She's only got 2 hands.
They had the
man.
I've drank the whole keg at this point.
Give me that.
We'll probably throw away all that stuff we just said.
Probably will.
Yep.
Start over about the what you got crunchy back there.
We should probably make our wherever we're at look good too,
Oh, that's true. Instead of
opposed
complaining
to being
about
like, oh god, this sucks.
I like that. I'm glad you said that.
it. And so
I
with
didn't even think
this
about it.
time traveling.
This is tasty.
So we're back. We just time traveled into the future about 20 minutes, maybe 15.
15.
And we have there's the beer.
Oh, thank you.
So we have the separated out Nacho Mountain and half Nacho Mountain chips. What do you guys think so far? Oh, thank you.
So far, I've never had nachos this way, but this might be the way to go.
That's true. I've never had nachos this way.
Especially to preserve the crunchiness.
Yeah,
Well,
and
yeah.
I can't stand
True that.
whenever nacho chips get soggy beneath it. This
I
is how I
don't
always
mind.
do it.
I don't mind a soggy chip.
I was wondering what you were
but
talking about. Yeah, that makes
This
sense.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
This really preserves the country.
It's basically a bowl of
on the side,
chili
people.
with jalapenos, a dollop of daisy, some lettuce mixed in there.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Jalapeno.
Black
It looks
beans,
like a
some
bowl. It
jalapeno.
looks like a bowl of chili, but it is fantastic.
It's
It's not
really
bad.
good.
It is
It's-
all
it's
the nacho
nacho
ingredients
toppings.
that you want.
And you never reach the
And you
bottom
just
where there's
dip down
soggy chips because all the chips are crunchy.
You have the fresh chips.
Which, and in our case, means the chips disappear really quickly
Right.
because we're
Also
almost
much
out.
easier to share this way. I
Yes,
think.
absolutely.
But they hold the crunch, hence crunch time.
So, are we ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think that's about it for us this week. Jason, any parting words, sir?
Yes, I hope you found this podcast informative and you head out to your nearest convenience store, buy some hot Cheetos and Takis, fill your gullet with these hot corn and potato chips, and enjoy your evening.
There it is.
Absolutely.
I've been your host, Jeremy.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
And Jason Vance.
This chip has sailed. Bye.